It's like a decoy. America built the Golden Gate Bridge in just 4 years and the Hoover Dam in 5 years. Think of that. It should not take 10 years to get approvals for a very small little piece of infrastructure. And it won't. Because under my administration, it's not going to happen like that anymore. We will work directly with state and local governments to give them the freedom and flexibility they need to revitalize our nation's infrastructure. At least $200 billion of the $1 trillion plan will come from direct federal investment. Working with states, local governments, and private industry, we will ensure that these new federal funds are matched by significant additional dollars for maximum efficiency and accountability. We'll have people watching over each one of these jobs, and every penny will count to them. Taxpayers deserve the best results for their investment, and I will ensure that this is what they get. The last administration passed a stimulus package, of which only a tiny 7% went to infrastructure, and much of that was just wasted money. You folks up front, you know what I'm talking about. The great infrastructure plan, nobody saw any money. Remember shovel ready, right? Shovel ready wasn't shovel ready. That I can tell you. We're not going to repeat that mistake. That's not going to happen again. Instead, our plan will help states and local governments prioritize their most pressing infrastructure needs, building transformative projects that create a flood of wealth and opportunity to benefit every part of our country, especially rural America. The companies here today are prepared to work with us, and these are great companies today. And you're going to work with us to make sure the right infrastructure gets built and funded quickly, and it's going to be in the right location. Everything about it is going to be right. Businesses like these are ready to invest and create in jobs, but we have been waiting for a responsible partner in the federal government. You've been waiting for a long time. Now you have one. So I want to thank all of the great workers for being here today. I want to thank all of the great business leaders. You have some business leaders that are legendary people in the audience, running massive, massive companies and being slowed down, but now they'll be able to speed it up. Not only are we going to repair much of the depleted infrastructure, but we're going to create brand new projects that excite and inspire, because that is what a great country does. That is what a great country has to do. America wants to build. Across the nation, our amazing construction workers, steel workers, iron workers, fitters, electricians, and so many others are just waiting to get back to work. With the talent and skill they represent, which, believe me, I grew up in the building business. I know the talent and the skill and the courage and everything else that they have. There is no limit to what we can achieve. All it takes is a bold and daring vision and the will to make it happen. Nearly 2 centuries ago, one American governor had just such a vision and a will. His name was Governor DeWitt Clinton. As the governor of New York State, he dreamed of a canal stretching nearly 400 miles to connect the Atlantic Ocean in the east with the Great Lakes in the west. He predicted that its construction would place New York City at the very center of worldwide commerce. He took the idea to Washington, but President Thomas Jefferson, great president, didn't agree with him, and he dismissed that concept as total madness. I'd like to thank all of the people that helped so much in that incredible event. And I think that Jefferson simply understood who he was and who he was dealing with. Because if you want a New Yorker to do something, just tell them, like our great past governor, that it's impossible to do. The governor didn't give up, and New York State achieved what they thought was the impossible. And when the Erie Canal opened in 1825, he was on the first boat. He personally deposited a bucket of water from the Great Lakes into the New York harbor. The new canal exceeded even the governor's bold vision. It dramatically reduced the time and cost required to transport goods from the heartland. As a result, new settlers rushed into the Midwest, including to right smack here. Probably some of you indirectly, right? Definitely some of you. Just as the daring dreams of our ancestors opened new paths across our land, today we will build the dreams that open new paths to a better tomorrow. We too will see jobs and wealth flood into the heartland and see new products and new produce made and grown right here in the USA, and you don't hear that much anymore. We will buy American, and we will hire American. We will not, so importantly, be content to let our nation become a museum of former glories. We will construct incredible new monuments to American grit that inspire wonder for generations and generations to come. We will build because our people want to build and because we need them to build. We will build because our prosperity demands it. And above all, we will build because that is how we make America great again. Thank you. God bless you. Go out there and work. You're going to see some amazing things happen over the next long period of time. Thank you, everyone. It's a great honor to be with you. Thank you.